Welcome to your CryptoCast Daily. All the key news, none of the noise. Like and subscribe to stay informed. Here are the top highlights shaping the crypto market today. Sol Strategies wins Nasdaq listing, shares to trade under STKE. Ether enthusiasm cools as ETFs shed $505 million in 4-day slide. Ethereum staking queue overtakes exits as fears of a sell-off subside. Phil rises 3% amid pronounced trading volatility, volume surges. Ethereum ICO whale stakes $646 million after 3 years dormant. XLM surges 5% before dramatic final hour collapse. Link slides 15% from August peak even as Chainlink reserve removes $5.5 million from circulation. Ether leads crumbling crypto prices in shocking reversal from early rally. XRP drops 4% after $2.88 rejection as ETF speculation builds. HBAR tumbles 2% as Wyoming stablecoin win fails to halt Selloff. Tokenization is Mutual Fund 3.0, Bank of America says. SEC, CFTC chiefs say crypto turf wars over as agencies move ahead on joint work. Trump-backed thumbs up to add 3,500 Dogecoin mining rigs with Dogehash deal. Trump media closes on purchase of $105 million in Kronos tokens in Crypto.com deal. CoinDesk 20 performance update. Index gains 3% as all assets trade higher. U.S. added just 22,000 jobs in August as unemployment rate rose to 4.3%. Crypto markets today. XRP, Sol likely to move 4% as payrolls data looms. Sora ventures to buy $1 billion in Bitcoin with new treasury fund. Bitcoin faces jobs test as Tether considers gold mining, Crypto Daybook Americas. Elliptic unveils crime tracking tool as stablecoins enter the mainstream. Stay tuned as we break down the details behind these headlines. Sol Strategies, a digital asset firm focused on the Solana blockchain, has secured approval to list its common shares on the Nasdaq Global Select Market.
Trading will begin September 9 under the ticker symbol STKE.
Shares will continue to trade on the Canadian Securities Exchange under HODL.
However, they will be delisted from the United States over-the-counter market.
Holders of over-the-counter shares do not need to take action.
Their shares will automatically convert to the Nasdaq listing.
This move marks a significant milestone for the Canadian firm, formerly known as Cypherpunk Holdings.
The company said that joining Nasdaq will increase its visibility with institutional investors, improve liquidity, and broaden access to capital markets.
Ether exchange-traded funds have seen 4 straight days of outflows.
This marks a shift in sentiment after a month of strong inflows where they outperformed Bitcoin counterparts.
Spot Ether exchange-traded funds lost a combined $505.4 million over the past 4 trading sessions.
Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, by contrast, gained $283.7 million during the same period.
This follows a strong August where Ether exchange-traded funds saw over $4 billion in inflows.
Bitcoin funds saw only $629 million during that same month.
The shift seems tied to price action as Ether fell to its lowest level since mid-August.
This suggests investors often choose to wait rather than buy during price drops.
Ethereum validator entries now exceed exits for the first time in weeks.
This signals renewed demand to stake Ether.
Currently, 932,936 Ether, about $4 billion, sits in the entry queue.
This compares to 791,405 Ether, roughly $3.3 billion in the exit queue.
An Ethereum initial coin offering participant moved 150,000 Ether into staking this week.
This participant originally bought 1 million Ether for just $310,000 during the 2014 token sale.
Ether has declined by around 4% since August 15.
Ethereum proof of stake continues to act as both a release valve and an attractor of capital.
An early Ethereum investor just rejoined the market with a large staking deposit.
150,000 Ethereum, worth approximately $646 million, moved into a staking address.
These Ethereum originated from 3 wallets tied to Ethereum 2014 initial coin offering.
The wallets were inactive since February 2022.
The investor initially received 1 million Ethereum during the initial coin offering.
This was for a $310,000 outlay, effectively buying Ethereum at $0.31.
That position is now valued near $4.3 billion.
2 wallets still hold another 105,000 Ethereum, worth $451 million.
Stellar's XLM climbed from $0.36 to a peak of $0.37 before returning to $0.36.
This represents a 5% intraday range with heavy trading activity.
The asset found support at $0.35 on September 4 with volumes exceeding 16.9 million tokens.
Volumes spiked to 28.03 million and 82.75 million on September 5, propelling XLM to $0.37.
However, a final hour reversal erased gains, returning the price to $0.36.
Despite this, XLM closed 1% above its opening value.
Stellar has gained 288% over the past year, attracting institutional interest.
Competition remains intense with PayFi platforms challenging Stellar. Chainlink's native token, Link, has been declining despite positive news.
It fell another 2.8% to $22.40.
This is a 15% drop since its August peak of $27.
Positive news included a United States government partnership and a Bitwise exchange-traded fund filing.
Link saw a 37% gain in August, outperforming many major cryptocurrencies.
However, it has declined alongside Bitcoin, Ether, and the broader market since mid-August.
The Chainlink Reserve bought 43,937 Link tokens on Thursday.
This automated mechanism reduces circulating supply and has bought 237,014 tokens since August, worth $5.5 million. XRP fell 4% from $2.88 to $2.84 on September 5.
This occurred after hitting an intraday high of $2.89 as institutional selling pressure emerged.
Trading volume exploded to 227.75 million during the 12 o'clock hour.
This is nearly 4 times the 24-hour average of 58.40 million.
6 asset managers, including Grayscale and Bitwise, have filed for spot XRP ETFs.
SEC decisions on these ETFs are expected in October.
XRP traded between $2.78 and $2.89 during the 24-hour session.
This represents a range of 10 cents or 3.47%.
Hedera's HBAR token experienced an early rally but ended Thursday's session lower.
Heavy selling erased gains and broke through key support levels.
The token climbed to $0.22 from $0.21 before falling back.
Sellers emerged, doubling the 24-hour average volume to 77.6 million tokens.
Between 1326 and 1425 UTC, HBAR fell back to $0.21, breaking a key support level.
This triggered stop-loss orders and institutional liquidations.
Volume spiked to 6 million tokens in 2 minutes, tripling the average hourly turnover.
Wyoming named Hedera the exclusive candidate for its state-backed stable token.
Bank of America sees tokenization as Mutual Fund 3.0, the next step in investment product evolution.
Tokenization involves creating virtual investment vehicles on the blockchain, linked to real-world assets.
Just as mutual funds emerged in 1924 and exchange-traded funds reshaped investing in the 2000s, blockchain could underpin a new generation of financial vehicles.
Real-world asset tokenization is growing rapidly, with firms like Securitize working with BlackRock and others to issue tokenized funds.
WisdomTree even built its own tokenization engine, offering over a dozen tokenized funds.
The value of on-chain real-world assets exceeds $28 billion, mostly in private credit and treasuries.
Regulation remains a challenge, with questions surrounding tokenized funds still unresolved.
However, Bank of America believes the benefits of tokenization will drive adoption despite current limited access for United States investors.
The United States Securities and Exchange Commission and Commodity Futures Trading Commission plan to hold a joint roundtable.
This is a step in their efforts to make United States markets friendlier to financial firms, including crypto businesses.
SEC Chair Paul Atkins and Acting CFTC Chair Caroline Pham announced a joint roundtable for later this month.
They will discuss prediction markets, decentralized finance, and 24/7 trading in traditional financial markets.
Atkins and Pham stated they are trying to bring innovators back from overseas jurisdictions.
They also aim to oversee modern, round-the-clock markets.
Atkins said self-regulatory organizations would take on the bulk of the work in policing 24/7 trading.
Pham said the Commodity Futures Trading Commission did not need additional staffing to continue its mandate of overseeing non-securities markets.
Thumbs Up Media, backed by Donald Trump Jr., plans to deploy 3,500 Dogecoin mining rigs by year-end.
This expansion involves acquiring Dogehash, a miner focused on the script algorithm used by Dogecoin and Litecoin.
Script is designed to make large-scale hardware attacks costly by requiring significant memory.
Thumbs Up aims to buy Dogehash's existing 2,500 rigs and add 1,000 more, pending shareholder approval.
The company projects material high-margin revenue from this integration.
Revenue estimates range from $22.7 million at current Dogecoin prices to over $100 million if Dogecoin reaches $1.
This move follows Thumbs Up seeding a $1 million Bitcoin position in January.
They have since expanded to include Dogecoin, Litecoin, Solana, XRP, Ether, and USDC.
Trump Media and Technology Group has closed a purchase agreement with Crypto.com for 684.4 million Kronos tokens.
This transaction is valued at $105 million and represents about 2% of the circulating supply.
Both Kronos and Trump Media shares will be locked up for a specific period.
This partnership will integrate Kronos as a rewards feature within Truth Social and Truth Plus.
Trump Media will store and stake the tokens with Crypto.com's custody service to generate additional income.
Crypto.com Chief Executive Officer Chris Merschalek stated this marks the beginning of wider adoption for Kronos.
Trump Media Chair Devin Nunes described the token as a versatile tool for payments and transfers.
Trump Media has also established Trump Media Group Kronos strategy to potentially acquire up to 19% of Kronos circulating supply.
The CoinDesk 20 is currently trading at 4081.41.
It is up 3% since 4 post-meridium Eastern Time on Thursday.
That is a gain of 120.44 points.
All 20 assets in the index are trading higher.
The leading gainers are Sway and Phil.
Sway is up 5% and FIL is up 4.5%.
The laggards are AAVE and XRP.
They are up 1.1% and 2.3% respectively.
Non-farm payrolls increased by only 22,000 in August.
This fell short of economist forecasts of 75,000.
The unemployment rate rose to 4.3%.
Average hourly earnings increased 0.3% for the month and 3.7% year over year.
Bitcoin price rose by approximately $500 following the report.
Gold surged to a new record high.
United States stock index futures saw modest gains.
The 10-year Treasury yield declined.
Sora Ventures announced Asia's first dedicated Bitcoin treasury fund.
They plan to purchase $1 billion worth of Bitcoin in the next 6 months.
The announcement came during Taipei Blockchain Week.
The firm secured $200 million in initial commitments from investors across the region.
This fund will strengthen Asia's network of Bitcoin treasury firms.
Many companies in the region already manage their own Bitcoin treasuries.
The largest belongs to Tokyo-based Metaplanet at 20,000 Bitcoin.
This is the first time Asia has seen a commitment of this size towards building a network of Bitcoin treasury firms.
Tether, issuer of the largest stablecoin, is considering investments in gold mining.
This move could integrate crypto further into gold's bullish cycle.
Bitcoin and Ether prices are tied to the upcoming United States jobs report.
A strong report, however, could pressure Bitcoin and Ether. Stablecoins are becoming a popular payment method, used for both legitimate and illicit transactions.
Criminals prefer stablecoins like Tether and USDC to avoid currency fluctuations.
These stablecoins are pegged to the United States dollar, unlike volatile cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin.
Elliptic has launched a new due diligence toolset to track stablecoin transactions across blockchains.
Billions of dollars worth of stablecoins are traded daily, highlighting the need for such a tool.
This tool caters to mainstream financial companies, including stablecoin issuers like Tether and Circle.
Banks are interested in this market but need to ensure regulatory compliance.
Several banks are already using Elliptic's stablecoin issuer due diligence product. That's a wrap on this episode of CryptoCast Daily. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time with more market updates, bold predictions, and fearless crypto insights.